Los Angeles, the truth about living in the city of dreams. Here's something nobody tells you about Los Angeles until it's too late. Every single day, the average LA driver loses 137 hours annually sitting in traffic. That's nearly 6 full days of your life gone. But here's the twist. People keep moving here anyway. Over 4 million of them, in fact, making it the second largest city in America. Why would anyone voluntarily choose a place where you spend more time in your car than some people spend on vacation? That's the question we're about to answer, and the reality is way more complicated than you think. Section 1. The Weather Paradox. Let's start with what everyone thinks they know. Los Angeles weather, right? 284 sunny days per year. Sounds perfect, until you realize what that actually means for your daily life. Because when people move to LA expecting paradise, they're not prepared for the fact that this weather comes with consequences nobody mentions in the brochures. The Mediterranean climate sounds romantic, but here's what happens in reality. Those endless sunny days, they're part of why Los Angeles consistently receives a poor grade from the American Lung Association for air quality. That perfect weather traps pollution between mountains and ocean, creating air that becomes harder to breathe. And while you're enjoying winters without snow, you're also dealing with something else: wildfire season. Not occasionally, not rarely, it's become a regular part of the calendar. But people don't leave because of this. Want to know why? Because when you wake up in February and it's 68 degrees outside while your friends back east are scraping ice off their windshields at 6 a.m., it hits different. When you can hike Runyon Canyon in January wearing shorts, when you can surf and ski on the same day if you really want to, that's when you understand why Angelinos put up with everything else. Section 2. The real cost. Now here's where things get uncomfortable. Cost of living has soared to its highest salience level ever, with residents choosing it as the most important category affecting their quality of life 3/4 of the time. Translation? It's crushing people. The median home price in Los Angeles County hit $942,610, and that's not even the peak neighborhoods. Want to rent instead? The average apartment costs $2,758 per month. A studio, a single room with a kitchenette, will run you close to $2,000. We're talking about people spending 50, 60, sometimes 70% of their income just to keep a roof overhead. Here's the part that doesn't make sense at first. Salaries are higher in LA, but they're not proportionately higher. The median household income sits at $62,142, which sounds decent until you realize a median-priced house would consume roughly 77% of that entire household income. The math literally doesn't work. So how do people survive here? Some have roommates well into their 30s. Others commute from places like Palmdale or Riverside, trading housing costs for 2 hours in traffic each way. And some are betting everything on making it big, whether that's a startup, a role, or a script sale. They're not living in LA. They're investing in their dreams and using LA as the vehicle. Speaking of vehicles, let's talk about the thing that will test your sanity more than anything else in this city. LA drivers don't just deal with traffic. They deal with a kind of traffic that becomes part of their identity. In 2024, congestion climbed to record levels, with Americans spending an average of 63 hours per year stuck in traffic. But in LA, 137 hours, more than double the national average. And it's not just rush hour anymore. There's more congestion at other times of day as well. It's spread out over more of the day. You can leave at 10 a.m. on a Tuesday and still hit gridlock on the 405. LA is ranked as the 5th worst city to drive in the U.S., and after you've lived here, you understand that statistic in your bones. You'll have friends who live 12 miles away that you see twice a year because the drive takes 90 minutes. You'll turn down job opportunities based entirely on commute times. You'll plan your entire life around traffic patterns. But here's what changes your perspective. Somewhere around month 6, you stop fighting it. You get podcasts, audiobooks. You learn that the car becomes your alone time, your thinking space, sometimes your therapy session. Angelinos have the most interesting conversations with themselves because they spend so much time trapped with their thoughts. The traffic doesn't get better, you just stop expecting it to. Section 4. The Dream Factory's Dark Side. Let's address the elephant in the room, or rather, the entire industry that defines this city's identity. Everyone knows LA is the entertainment capital of the world. What they don't know is that it's currently in crisis. Since 2019, employment in entertainment has fallen by more than 21%. Around 100,000 people were employed in Los Angeles County of motion picture industry at the end of 2024, down from 142,000 just 2 years earlier. That's a loss of 42,000 jobs. We're not talking about a slowdown. We're talking about an industry hemorrhaging careers. Only 157 theatrical films, television shows, and streaming projects were shot in Los Angeles County in 2024, down 14% from 183 projects in 2023. The strikes, the streaming wars, AI disruption, everything hit at once. And while the entertainment industry contracts, something interesting happens. The creative economy expands in different directions. The creator economy is booming. Social media platforms have their headquarters here. Nearly 60 million Americans are members of the creative class, and Los Angeles has the biggest number of startups in this field. So while traditional Hollywood struggles, new forms of entertainment and content creation are exploding. Your Uber driver isn't just working on a screenplay anymore. They might be building a TikTok empire or launching a podcast that could hit it big. That's the real LA story. It's not one industry, it's thousands of people reinventing what entertainment means. Section 5. The Invisible Divides. Here's something you won't see in the tourist photos. There are over 58,000 people in Los Angeles County who are homeless. You can drive from Beverly Hills, where homes sell for $4.27 million, to Skid Row in 15 minutes. The contrast isn't subtle. It's violent. It's in your face every single day. This city forces you to confront inequality in ways that other cities don't. You can't ignore it. You can't pretend it doesn't exist. It's on every freeway underpass, in every neighborhood, creating a moral discomfort that never fully goes away. Some people become numb to it, which is its own kind of tragedy. Others volunteer, donate, and advocate, trying to push back against a problem that feels insurmountable. In job competition, everyone wants to earn a living and enjoy their time in the sunny state, making competition fierce. You're not just competing with locals, you're competing with people from every state and dozens of countries who moved here with the same dreams. The barista has a master's degree. The person serving your table is between roles. The valet is developing an app. But here's the unexpected flip side. Because everyone's hustling, there's a strange camaraderie. People help each other. They make introductions, share opportunities, and collaborate on projects. The competition is real, but so is the community of dreamers who understand what it takes to make it here. Section 4. The things nobody warns you about. Let me tell you about the loneliness. Even though it has glossy and appealing outsides, LA is a lonely city. Sounds impossible in a city of 4 million, right? But it's real. People tend to stick to their own neighborhoods, so you need to make friends who live in the same part of LA. If your friends live on the west side and you're in Silver Lake, good luck maintaining that friendship. The city's geography works against connection. It's 503 square miles of sprawl with no real center. There's no main square where everyone gathers, no subway system that naturally brings people together. You're isolated in your car, isolated in your neighborhood, and somehow isolated in a sea of millions. Public transportation? LA has a metro, but it's really only useful for getting between Hollywood and downtown LA, or between Santa Monica and downtown. For everything else, you need a car, and that car becomes a necessity that costs you in gas. California's prices are among the highest, insurance, parking, and mental energy. But something interesting happens when you push through that initial isolation. The people who stick around figure out how to build their village. They find their coffee shop, their hiking crew, their dinner party rotation. Community in LA isn't handed to you. You have to construct it deliberately. And once you do, it's often deeper than the surface-level friendships you might have had in other cities. Section 7. The Unexpected Upsides. Now, let's talk about what keeps people here beyond the weather. Every concert tour comes to LA at some point, and there are often surprise or special one-night shows. You'll be having dinner on a random Tuesday and realize your favorite band is playing a secret set at the Troubadour. The cultural access is ridiculous. Beaches, mountains, desert, forest, all within 2 hours. Where else can you surf in the morning and snowboard in the afternoon? The geographic diversity means you're never bored. You want tacos at 2 a.m.? LA has the best Mexican food outside of Mexico. Craving Korean barbecue, Ethiopian injera, or authentic Thai boat noodles? They're all here, often in neighborhoods where those communities have deep roots. LAX is the second largest airport in the U.S., with over 60 airlines traveling to 140 destinations. This isn't just convenient, it's transformative. You can be in Tokyo, Paris, or Mexico City with direct flights. The world feels